Well, hello, good evening. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Cassidy the Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection. It is Thursday night or Friday morning or some point between Thursday and Friday, wherever you are in the world. So welcome. It's so great to be here and be back with everyone tonight. I look forward to Thursdays all week. This hour, it always flies by. We always dive into some really cool questions. I get to sling all of the cards, which is my very most favorite pastime. And I just love hanging out with everybody. So come on in, say hello. If you are new, if you are returning, if I know who you are, if I don't know who you are, come on in, say hi. I love to see everybody who's popping on into the comments and into the chat here. Deck check. That is what I wanted to do here. Hey, Cackling Witch. Hi, darling. How are you? I'm getting the octopus emojis right away. There's so much going on. I'm going to blast through my little opening here so we can get right here into the cards. But, oh, she says, hello, beautiful. Hi, darling. Hi, Casey. Everybody, come on in. Say hello. This is so fun, guys. Okay, focus. I'm here. I'm focused. So we are myself tonight. Guess how many decks I have on my reading table here, folks? Not in the desk, because that's a lot more. But I am looking for someone to be able to guess. I will say it is between 1 and 50. Would love to see, would love to see if someone can go ahead and guess how many decks I have at my disposal, at my fingertips here. Look at Audrey. Hi, all of the octopus emojis. Hi, Kay. Hey, darling. Hi, Casey. Oh my gosh, everybody, all the people in the house. Yes, so guess how many decks I have on my table. While we're going ahead and doing that, we are streaming live on over 180 different platforms. So if you are interested in getting a question and you're not seeing me live, oh, Rose got it. Rose, congratulations. Rose got it. It is actually 13 tonight, folks. And Rose, you are on the right track with the things that you are doing in your work. Keep going. Your reputation is building you up and it's going to take you far. First message of the night with the last deck, number 13, that I pulled out here off of my table. So I'm just so pumped to be here, guys. We've got a lot of cool things going on all over the place, but wherever you're at, if you're interested in getting a question done tonight, come on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection and look for the live little red circle with the Cassidy the Cardslinger show. You'll be able to type in your specific question. So that is what I am looking for tonight, guys, is something specific. If you can give me a little bit of context, it's super helpful for me to tap into your question, especially with these free 2-minute readings. They are quick, they are snappy, and if I know what I'm talking about, I can tap in much more quickly. So if you're asking me about someone, maybe just throw in who that person is. Are they a love interest? Is this your boss? Is this, because you don't want me sitting here taking up all the time, tapping into who this person is for you and that kind of thing. So give me a great specific question and a little bit extra if you can. A little bit of context is super helpful. So there are, as Squirrel said it last night, the flying squirrel, the no flying squirrel zones here tonight, guys. No general readings. That is, I'd like a message, or what do the cards have to say for me? I'm not doing general readings here tonight, but general readings are available over on mypsychicconnection.com, where you can have your private stuff between you and your advisor, as opposed to everybody knowing all of your business on all of the platforms. So we're going to limit it to specific questions tonight, and nothing that is related to legal matters or physical health. So nothing pregnancy related. I don't do the birth death predictions. And I'm also not a psychic medium. So if you're looking to tap into those loved ones on the other side, tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time will be Journey and Friends, which is a great, amazing show. And there is always at least one psychic medium on there because, well, it's Journey and Friends. Journey is a phenomenal medium. So I will save that question for tomorrow night, folks. What else do I want to say? There's so much fun stuff going on over on our YouTube channel. There is content coming out every single day. I'll get into that a little more later if you haven't checked it out yet. But please make sure you're subscribed to our channel and you're, liking and sharing and doing all the rest so we can grow our channel and reach as many people as we can. Because we're very passionate about, I'll say we're very passionate about card slinging. Most of us here are. Even Journey the Cardslinger has got his own game here we're going to play a little bit later. But I believe that actually starts now. So if you're interested in getting a 3-card reading with renowned psychic medium Journey Ryan, go ahead and type in as many emojis as you can throughout the show. Whoever types in the most emojis is going to win a 3-card reading with Journey, which is always a beautiful experience to have that guy slinging cards. So it's definitely worth your time. You can go ahead and, you know, emojis, and you can just, as fast as your little fingers can carry you, we'd love to see those emojis flying about. I'm also going to have another game coming up. This next hour is going to be so much fun. I'm trying to cut my intro down because I do want to get right into these readings. Although I did get to pull 1 card already, so I kind of like that. And again, congratulations to the Cackling Witch Rose, because that was her first guess, and that was very cool. And 13 is also a beautiful witchy number. So let's pick a deck. Let's pick a deck here. I'm going to go ahead and give her a couple of shuffles, and I'll be ready to take my first question of the night. We have Audrey. Hi, Audrey, darling. Audrey says, hey, Cassidy, my daughter Kaylee is starting to fall a bit for this guy, Drew. Can you see this will be a lasting relationship? Thanks, with a whole bunch of hearts and little octopus emojis. Thank you, darling. Lovely to have you here. All right. Can you see if the relationship is going to be lasting between your daughter Kaylee and this new gentleman, Drew? Let's take a look at what the cards have to say about that. Kaylee and Drew. All right. Okay. Well, so looking at the two of them, the first thing that I'm picking up is they almost seem to have some level of a mirrored situation that they're bringing into this. So whatever relationship situation, and I know your daughter at the moment, you know, is single, going to, you know, meeting this new fellow. I feel like his relationship past is quite similar looking to hers, and in that sense, really quite compatible. What I see between the two of them is being able to open up to one another. It also feels quite cerebral. I want to say it's kind of on the level of conversation that they're having with each other, that it's like, okay, this person is, I feel like neither of them were looking. She says, yes, exclamation mark. Neither of them were looking necessarily. I mean, I feel like both, you know, a wandering or an eye to be, you know, I'll just allow something to happen. But I don't feel like either of them was in a position where they're out there on the prowl, you know, trying to necessarily find someone, and they just kind of found each other. So in that sense, it's quite cute. In terms of, do I see this being a long-term thing? She says, this must have been the girl blowing his phone up recently. Oh, I see. So he's got a level of an ex-girlfriend. Okay, well, that makes a whole lot of sense, because I'm going to say I'm not seeing this particular connection taking off at this time. I like the relationship they have between the two of them, and I think that they get along quite well. But the baggage that he's got, I mean, I got some baggagey cards there, my dear. So I will leave it at that. But I hope that that was helpful, and I'm certainly wishing her all the best. And, you know, for anyone, and I've said this before too, just because, and as a reader, it's kind of an interesting line to tread. And forgive me if I've already kind of said this spiel and said this story, but it's when we're looking at, is a relationship going to last, or the timeline of a particular thing, I would hate for the duration to make it seem like the duration is equal to the quantity or the quality. I've given the example before of, like, just because you had a 2-week vacation that ended doesn't mean it wasn't a spectacular vacation in a short amount of time. So certainly keep your eyes open, folks. Even if you're out there looking for love, looking for friends, I think the approach of staying open, staying available, and seeing who's out there, seeing what's out there, but not putting too much pressure onto how long something's going to last immediately, or if this person is the one, you know, just let her flow a little bit more, is what I might throw out there as a general nugget of advice. So thanks very much. I'm super pumped to be here, guys. And if you're interested in getting a longer reading, so the free readings popping about are 2 minutes long. Longer readings are available at a donation link that will be floating around here in the comments. We've got a 3-minute reading and a 6-minute reading that are timed 3 and 6 minutes. And then we also have a mini reading and the mega reading. And both of those options are not timed. And the mega reading is, you know, I've got a couple of topics. I got multiple questions, big complex situation. Whereas the mini reading is, you know, you've got one question, one topic that you really want quite a bit of information on. So the nice thing about those not being timed is they're not timed, folks. I can sink my teeth into them. I can sling all 13 decks if I need to and use the floor if my table runs out of space. So nevertheless, let's get these cards in the shuffle and I'll take my next question, please. Folks, we've got a donation. We've got a donation for a 6-minute reading. Casey, my darling, thank you so very much for your donation. It helps the show. It, you know, it makes me all the way happy, and I'm excited to have more time with you, with your question, and to dive into what is on your mind and what is on your heart this evening. Also, guys, $1 of every donation this month is being donated to the Save the Children Foundation, which is, they do really excellent work, and it's very important for us here at My Psychic Connection to give back to the lovely donations that you folks all support our community with. So thank you so much, Casey. Let's dive in. Casey says, do you see me moving and will it work out? Okay, my dear, let's definitely take a look at that. If you have anything else that you want to meet up that question, I'm all ears, my dear, but let's take a look just initially here what the cards seem to show. If we see a move coming up in your future and what's going on surrounding that situation. Well, let's take a look here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just lay a ton of cards on my table. So now I can talk. All right, my dear. Well, I can certainly see here that this move is something that's thoroughly desired. It's like I'm almost feeling pushed out of the space that I'm in, not necessarily in a physical sense. Like I'm not seeing an eviction here, or like I am being told I have to get out of where I'm at, but it's more a draw to go somewhere else. The idea of moving seems quite exciting, quite revitalizing. The Sun card here surrounding that, and the Two of Cups reversed. So I don't know. There seems to be another party involved with your decision to move, whether this is a breakup or we're looking to get away from someone. There's just a number of things to me that seem like they're pushing you out of the space that you're currently in, whether that be the town or the physical apartment house that you're living in. And it's just like, I'm no longer thriving here. I'm no longer as comfortable here as I would like to be. So I feel like this goes quite deep when you're looking at somewhere else to go. It also seems to be related to your work, and there seems to be some concern around if you move, either what will you do for work, how are you going to continue to make your living and have your income in another location. So this seems like quite a multifaceted question that you're asking here in terms of, I see a relationship in this spread here that is causing this decision, and I also see the work aspect of this. So do I see you moving? I'm not seeing it immediately here, my dear. She says moving with my daughter, possibly. Okay, lovely. And I can certainly see that as well. It looks like I would say your daughter is wanting to come with you, but she kind of has her own situation that's maybe not making it entirely easy for her to just up and come. She seems to have her own stuff going on. Where I'm seeing kind of the immediate future here, I've got the Empress in reverse. She's kind of digging her roots into the soil a little bit, but the soil is not her preferred soil. So I'm kind of looking at the shorter term time period, kind of with over the next month or so, or even the next couple of months. It looks like we're not moving yet. I don't know if you have an expectation where you're not going to find something in your price range and something that you're exactly looking for, and in an area that you're happy with. I don't want you to be shooting your own self in the foot before you even give it a good go, a good chance of what is out there, what can I find, what is available. But I can really see your desire to move. And I think you should. I really think you should. But you asked me, do I see it happening? And it kind of seems like your effort that you're putting in to finding that place is diminished by your expectation of being able to find somewhere. If that makes sense to you, my dear. A new space would really do you some good. And I'm kind of getting the sense to either move somewhere. move somewhere in particular that I would say you know some people, but not necessarily moving back to a family town or where there's a lot of people that you know. A fresh start type of a feel looks better. She says, have a place and waiting for everything to fall in place. Okay, I like that. That's wonderful. If that then is so the case, then I'm going to say that it seems to be delayed before that happens. Again, that Empress reverse is just kind of almost outstayed her welcome at her current place before she's able to move into the next spot. I also have the 10 of Cups in reverse, where it's like the plan, it wasn't your doing. It's kind of like somebody else not letting it happen on that particular timeline. And then I've got the 4 of Wands here upright, which I like a whole lot. So what I'm saying is I do see this move taking place, not immediately here over the next month or two, but heading more, I'm getting a feeling of sense into the summertime before the fall is what I want to say. And I do think you end up, she says, yes, delayed. Yeah. And not by your own, like I said, you're ready. Either mentally or even physically, your bags are packed and you are ready to go somewhere else. I am seeing your daughter moving with you at that time period, but again, she seems to kind of also have her own stuff that's slowing her down and being able to make that particular decision. But yeah, so the timeline I'm seeing, like I said, mid to late summertime, I would say between late July to sort of early September, but it seems to have happened before the fall time period. Yeah, but do be persistent though with this place where you're wanting to know if things are going to go according to plan, because I've just laid like 4 different cards that are showing delay, 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 but then I see it happening. I see the move actually taking place. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your own space with where, you know, what you need to deal with, because it does seem like you're being pushed out psychically, spiritually, in any sense from where you're at. It is time to move. All of the cards on my table are completely saying, you know, it's go time. And I feel like you're feeling that quite deeply for a number of reasons. But I like the idea of where you're planning on moving to. The community seems really quite welcoming. And I think that's something that's, I'll say, important to you. And yeah, it's going to be a good fit. Just hang in there a little bit, just like a little bit longer than you're perhaps currently planning on it. But again, thank you so very much for your donation, my dear, and I hope that was helpful. I do see it taking place. I saw it there. It's in the cards. You know, and sometimes like living, I'll get to that in a sec. But thank you very much for your donation and for your support. It makes me so happy. Casey says the Wizard of Oz with the tornado and then the crash in the house and the red shoes and then yeah. A good story, folks. There's always got to be a fall at some point before there is the glory at the other side of it. What was I going to say? I was going somewhere with something. It's gone. Whew. Hope y'all are hanging in there at this time. And Casey says, thank you so much. You're very welcome, my dear. I'm certainly wishing you well. Good luck to you. And in the meantime, and you know, this kind of goes for anyone sort of in that similar situation. If you're pushing, like you can, sometimes you can feel it. And it's not because your landlord's telling you have to go or because anything real is really saying it's time to move. But you can either feel a draw somewhere else, or you can start to feel like the space looks a little bit too close, or you can't get things to ever, no matter how much you clean or arrange, you can't get things to just flow nicely. You can feel it a lot of the time when you're being pushed out of somewhere and or being pulled somewhere else. It is a blessing when those two things line up. When the pushing out and the pulling somewhere else line up, and that, you know, that is just excellent. But it doesn't always happen that way. Yeah, I mean, let's all do what we can. And sometimes, you know, you can fight back at it for a certain amount of time, rearrange the space, whatever. Or sometimes you're just being called to do something different in your home space. Go all off into that. But let's not. And let's take a next question. I'm ready when we've got it in the back, please. We have Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. This is the deck for Jennifer. Jennifer says, good evening. Will the PI, Tammy, that I talked to be able to find out any information that will help me regarding the attorney and ours will / estate that will help the situation come to an end? Okay, let me read that one more time. Oh, sorry. Okay. So it's just, Or if she doesn't get any information that will help, will she be able to help me will she be able to help point me in the right direction? This situation has been going on for almost 2 years now and really needs to be over. I hear you, girl. Thanks, folks in the back. Will this PA that I talked to be able to find out any information that will help me regarding the attorney estate that will help me situation come to an end? All right, my dear, let's definitely take a look at this for our dearest Jennifer. Is that the right? Well, show me what Tammy can do for us. All right, let's take a look. All right. Well, Tammy's not entirely useless, but she's also not, she's not, I don't think, the exact right person that can make the changes to bring this all to an end. The first card I have here is ordinariness, and it's like, I think she can lead you to a path. And she either knows the right people or knows ways that you can move forward in this. Then I have the creator card in the reverse, which is like, I don't think she has, it's not anything to do with her. She seems like, from all I can see, perfectly lovely person. But she does not have the power within her to be able to pull this thing all the way to where it needs to go. I also have change in reverse, which is, it's almost like pulling us back into the wheel, stepping backwards and or going around a little bit. Then the other two cards here I have is inner voice and mind reverse. So I like tapping into what's going on with you. I mean, I get it. I'm so sorry that you're still dealing with this. And it's just been such a source of mental clutter for you that it seems to be, well, clouding your inner voice and clouding your own sense of peace in many areas of your life. But I think you're kind of aware of that regard of things. So that's what I'm seeing for you, my dear. She's not entirely useless, but I don't think she's not your golden ticket. She's not the person who can completely bring this all. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you very much for your question. And good luck to you, my dear. I hope that was helpful. I'm having so much fun tonight, guys. We are heading up to my game. My game will be going on soon. And do make sure you are flooding the chat with emojis, guys. The emoji game is going strong. Whoever sends the most emojis, and the people in the back are keeping track. Whoever sends the most emojis throughout the show is going to win a 3-card reading with none other than Psychic Journey Ryan. So, flood the chat with those emojis, folks. We'd love to see them. And in the meantime, guys, please go ahead and share me out. Those friends that always are looking for guidance or information, or just to your friends, family, anyone, anywhere. We are trying to reach as many people as possible because, we love doing what we're doing, and we just want to, invite everybody to the party. So please share, please like, please follow us on YouTube and all the rest. And I'll just say this one more time in case someone is just hopping in. If you can hear me talking and you do not have a place to type in a question, go over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, click on the live video and the Cassidy, the Cardslinger show, and you'll be able to type in your question into the comments. So, all right, let's give these cards a good shuffle. This is a bit of a newer deck, and it's just a little bit, I don't know. She needs a little bit of breaking in, but I'm really liking working with it so far. So I'll be ready for my next question, please. We have Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Cindy says, hi, lovely. Am I on the right path in finances, well-being? And good for your financial well-being. All right, my dear, let's definitely take a look at this. So, Cindy, are you on the right path in terms of your financial well-being? You're making some progress, my dear. I can see that have you done something a little bit drastic or a little bit I really want to shake stuff up and have it not look like it did before. It kind of gets, I feel your passion in this, which is beautiful to say, like, I can see your focus on very much so being interested in your financial health, your prosperity, what you're doing with your savings, investment, growth of your financial kingdom, if you will. But I've got to say, I've got the card of integration here in reverse. She says, yes, I am doing furniture up. Awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Look at this. That's the breakthrough card in reverse, and it's got all these pieces everywhere. So, I mean, I love the creative aspect of things. I also have here the card of understanding, where I want to say where you're shining quite well is your understanding of the market, of who is your market, who are you selling to, and what your pieces are worth. But I have the integration card here in reverse. So it's almost like you have a good chunk of the skill set that you need to do the work, but perhaps the sales aspect or I've got change here in reverse again. She says, just hope it sells for a good price. Yeah, I feel like you can get a better price if you can find a better market. Where you're currently advertising. I got the bell. I hope that was helpful, my dear. Thank you so much for your question, and really good luck to you. It's very exciting to go out and start something new, start something for ourselves. And, you know, a lot of times there is starting up a new business, costs associated with it, you know, a ramp up time, and we don't necessarily see the financial fruit bear immediately. She says, thanks. You are very welcome, my dear. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, but that doesn't mean it's not all the way worth it. Think of any major successful company, and it was built over years. So small businesses are no different. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and take one more question, and then we're going to play the game. But do make sure you are sending emojis into the chat. Emoji game is going strong. I want to see. I'm not even going to discriminate. I mean, I love the little octopus emojis, but any emojis, hearts, stars, flowers, funny faces, just go ahead and type whatever you like. So, I am getting, yeah, this is the deck here. All right, I'll give these a good shuffle, and I'll take my next question, please. Folks, we've got a donation for a 3-minute reading. Susan, hi, darling. Thank you so very much for your donation. Again, guys, we are spending a portion of our donations. $1 every single donation is going to Save the Children Foundation this month. So it's supporting us, and it's supporting a fantastic cause. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Love you long time. All right, Susan says, hello. When will the right man enter my life? It's been a super long wait. Everything is going well, except my love life, which is non-existent. All right, my dear, I hear you. I get your situation. Let's definitely take a look at what I see in terms of coming up in your love life, and if we see anything, any movement there, or any level of advice for how to change your current situation. Slinging cards all the way off the table. All right, when will the right man enter your life? Let's see what's going on for you, my dear Susan. Aw, bless your heart, my dear. Okay, well. Oh, there he is. Let's not jump to the end. Let's start at the beginning of the book. Well, I mean, when you're saying it's been a long wait, it's something that is rather non-existent. Like, I can see that, my dear. I almost feel like you are getting, there's a sense of just like losing hope of like, why do I bother trying? Any efforts seem to have not been met with any level of return. I can certainly see, and I don't know if this has changed pace. It's almost like you were at some point in the not so recent past, putting yourself out there, really trying, but are we in a space where we're not putting nearly like quite as much effort into that? And I'm not saying like this is not a judgment call, my dear. You are busy as hell. You've got a million things on the go. And when you're saying other things in your life are going well, that's because that's where your effort is going. You are taking care of business. You are rocking it at your job. You're keeping your house together. You're probably keeping yourself together. But it's like, this is just, I can sense the almost apathy to like, oh, I'm not getting anything, so I'm not going to give it anything. And girl, I get you. I understand. I'm also seeing like, you know, some level of, well, I'm expecting just to meet loonies, or the things I have tried have whether this is informed by actual experience or not, your expectations aren't really that high. for who is particularly out there, and you're just not wanting to waste your time. So it's almost like no one is better than the wrong one. But I don't want you to miss the right one, because to me, it seems like this person is not too far away. In fact, they've either tried to reach out, they've been at an event you were supposed to go to. It's like 1 degree of you two having missed each other. Because look at these 2 cards I have for my outcome card. I have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles upright. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. These are beautiful. This is making it worth it. I love a happy ending. I don't always see happy endings, and I don't often see happy endings, but I can absolutely see somebody here that is worth your time, but I don't want you to miss them because of the way that you're experiencing the relationship game right now. Yes, it's non-existent, but it's not always going to be non-existent. No, it is not. No, it is not, my dear. I see things shaking up. And it can happen, I would say, over the next 3 to 5 months if you are ready for it. So thank you so much for your question, my dear, and for your donation. I hope that was helpful. That's awesome. That's really great. You know, I mean, you guys watch the show. It's not always giving good news. I mean, that would be excellent, and I wish I had the ability to impart nothing but the best on everyone out here. Susan says, thank you. You're very welcome, my dear. And I certainly wish you all the best. All the best as your mind gets changed about what you think you can find in that world. My computer just got very dark. Let me brighten that up. There we go. All right, now I can see everyone. I can see what's going on. Okay, how's everything going here? I'm going to go ahead and take one more question. I know I said I would do one and then the game, but I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to do the game, because these cards are feeling warm and they're not ready to be put down yet. But guys, I have the ridiculous deck here, ready to go in all of its absurdity. Look at this one. Look at this card, Future Not Found. And it's got this little kitty. If you are listening on audio, imagine a cartoon cat with a like a psychic's turban on, with a little skull, and it says error 404 in its crystal ball, and it says future not found. So this deck coming up next, but let me take one more question and then we will go ahead and play that game. I'm overwhelmed with all of the love. We have got a 6-minute reading donation. Guys, thank you so much. I am so blessed. I am so excited. Thank you very much for your donation, for supporting the community, for supporting my card slinging, the part I take seriously and the part that I just have a really good time with. You know, this is great, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm really excited. Whoever our question, do we have the question? Ooh, do I need to do a call? If you donated for a 6-minute reading, but we don't have your question, it's very important, my dears, that we have your question. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Have we got Megan? Yes, darling. Thank you very much. Hi, Megan. Hope you're well. Let me give these cards a good shuffle in here. Megan says, hey, Cassidy, I have 2 questions. First, are A and I done? Second, C has come... okay, sorry. First, are A and I done? Second, C has come back in the picture, and I'm wondering if this is going to be a second chance for us. All right, let's take a look. We'll start with the situation between you and A. Where's B at? I'm sorry. Where are you? Person A and person C. Did you skip over person B? I'm just playing with you, my dear. Let's take a look. What's going on between you and A? Are the 2 of you done? I don't think so. But let's take a look. Just had a card flip up that has... okay. Yeah, no, my dear, I don't think you have particularly seen the last of A, but I feel like the distance between you both at the moment is stark. I have the Hermit card here in reverse, and I have the 3 of Cups, where it's like, I mean, not to say that the 2 of you are incompatible, but your experiences of each other in this connection right now is completely incompatible. The Hermit has no business partying with these party girls. So, and yeah, it looks like one of you is kind of, you're experiencing this separation between you two very differently. I have the Two of Swords in reverse. So I'm not seeing any level of communication. I'm going to say other than psychically without sounding, but where I say that is like, I do think you're both very heavily on each other's minds, but the words are not going abound between the two of you. Where I'm looking at this though, because you had asked if you're done, I got the Three of Wands in the reverse, and it's like, that energy is a little bit revisity. It's a little bit hanging on to what was and you're not okay with the way things ended or the way things are between the two of you. Neither of you are, but you're also kind of not in a space to come together and make that resolution at this time. So I do want to get into the other portion of your question there, but to talk about person A, I'm not seeing the two of you being done. I see you being, I would say, done momentarily, for a short period of time. Like I said, you're thinking about each other, but the words are not, you're probably even speaking maybe to other people about each other, but the communication between you two is, I will use the word stunted at the moment. It's not a forever over type situation. So I'll take a look as well here with what's going on. She says that makes sense. All right, so let's take a look. It's a bit of a break. You're not going to hear from her. No, I'm not really getting a clear timeline, but I'm kind of getting crickets for at least the next couple of weeks here. So let's take a look at what's going on here with person C. Ooh, those cards did not go together. Let's take a look. With person C, my dear, this person has come back into the picture. What's going on there? Wow. Okay, well, I feel like, okay, the roots between you and person C seem to go quite deep. I don't know if you knew each other since childhood, or at least younger versions of yourself. This can look like actual childhood, or like if you have made serious changes in both of your lives and you have kind of become new people. It's like previous versions of you two knew each other, and almost like the communication there fell apart. Whether or not there was bad blood there, I'm not really seeing that. It just seems like there's some fondness in the memories that you two have together. I don't know if there's either an age difference or some level of a power dynamic that exists. Megan says, we dated 3 years ago and we were dating when her dad passed. Okay, yeah. Aw, bless her. That's a very tough situation to go through. With kind of what's going on between, like, it's almost like both of you have feelings for each other that never got resolved, that never went anywhere. Dare I say, almost like the one that got away type feeling for both of you. And I feel like you're both kind of in a place where you're coming at this quite cautiously, a little bit cold perhaps on their side, and a little bit, I don't feel like you're jumping at this opportunity. It's kind of reserved but interested, reserved but willing to have the conversation. And you know, if I'm going to be really a little bit of excitement there. There's something quite deep between the two of you that was never got a close. It never broke apart entirely. It's almost like I'm just getting an elastic band that pulled apart. Megan says, I was just on the phone with her and literally told her I call her the one that got away. Aw, yeah. You know what is bananas? I was getting that in my head and I was like, is that the thing? Because I don't want to go ahead and say all the way the cliche thing. And I had the Ace of Swords upright. The cards are just like, say it. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I can see something happening between the two of you. I have the Justice card upright for sort of where things are going. And if I'm looking at, in terms of a romantic context, I mean, I'm not necessarily going to Justice for a hug. Justice is a little bit more, at least in the short term here, contractual in nature, kind of testing the waters with each other. I feel like we're heavy in the communication space between the two of you. I think you will be continuing to talk more with each other. I like what I'm seeing here because you both have unresolved business with each other. So yeah, my dear, that's what I'm kind of seeing in both of those connections. And I certainly wish you well and wish you good luck. And thank you again so very much for your donation. It really helps support the show. It makes me the happiest little card slinger over here on this side of the I was going to say the water, but I actually do live on an island. So yes, over here floating on my rock. So thank you very much, Megan. Really appreciate you. And Megan says, thank you. You're so very welcome. Good luck. Okay, guys, it is time. It's time for the game. We set a clock. We're going to set a clock for 2 minutes, folks. And during that 2-minute time, what I want you to do is try and guess which playing card I drew before the show started. I don't know if Love is here, but Love has won this 3 times in a row with like her first guess. So you guys might, if Love is not here, you may have a little bit of an easier chance with going ahead and guessing. So how this works, I have a standard deck of playing cards here. I have, if you are not familiar, it's a pack of 52 cards with 4 suits, hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs, labeled ace through 10, and jack, queen, and king. Go ahead. You can start guessing. Guess which card I drew before the show started. Like I always say, there's 2 ways to go about it. 1, see if you can get some kind of intuitive hit. Are you drawn to a particular number, a particular suit? And it's just, you can give it as a little bit of a psychic game, or you can just type as fast as you want, as many times as you want, as many guesses as possible. And whoever guesses it, if we do get a guess, if we get a winner here tonight, they will win a reading with the ridiculous deck. I have really, this deck has had a really good time on this show. I don't read with it in a typical situation, but as you saw there with the Future Not Found cat, it is hilarious. So please let me see your guesses in the 52 cards. I don't believe we've seen it yet. And there's no limit to how many guesses you may guess. So you can just type as many as you can over the next couple of minutes. And while you all are doing that, let's run down the amazing shows. Because, guys, there are shows 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, with just the most beautiful network and the beautiful cast of readers that we have here. So the next show after mine is tomorrow at 8 o'clock with Journey and Friends. There will be 2 guests on that show. So there's 3 readers, 3 for the price of 1, darlings. It's such a good time. Make sure you are at that show. It goes for at least 2 hours long, and no better way to spend your Friday. So check that out tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Then we start over back again on Monday. So at 10 o'clock Eastern, we got Journey Ryan live. And then at 11 o'clock, we have a special guest, Psychic Rose. So definitely check out her show. She's absolutely wonderful. Tuesday, we've got Divine Love and Light with Destiny K at 7 o'clock, followed by special guest Psychic Energy at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Energy, if you're here watching, every time I watch your show, I just feel like I'm in a meditative, you have such a calming and beautiful presence about you. So check out her show if you want any level of spiritual rejuvenation just by watching, beautiful, beautiful presence. Wednesday, we have got special guest Psychic K. K is a fantastic reader as well, a fellow Cardslinger. Definitely check her out. Followed by Whispers of the Forest with Psychic Squirrel at midnight. So she's the midnight hour Eastern time. Make sure you're, calculating your times right between Wednesday and Thursday. And then Thursday, we're back on with today's lineup, which is Divine Love and Light with Destiny K at 7 o'clock, followed by special guest Psychic Brooke on Journey's show. And she is absolutely wonderful as well. Also a fellow card slinger. And I need to learn how she shuffles because she shuffles way better than I shuffle. And then me, Cassidy the card slinger, joining you every Thursday night at 11 o'clock Eastern time to play with some cards and have a wonderful time. So we have a winner, Jojo! Jojo, congratulations. Jojo got it. It was, in fact, the Ace of Spades. And I often keep that card out so I can, that's the Ace of Clubs. So there we are. It was the Ace of Spades, which I was shocked to pull this card. It's one of, I don't know, it's definitely one of the most famous of the playing cards. But anyways, Jojo, congratulations, my dear. I am so excited that you have won the reading with the ridiculous deck. So a round of applause for Jojo. All right, Jojo, if you're interested, this is the only time ever that I will take a reading without a question. because that's not what I do. Give me a question in a context. But Jojo, if you are here, I would like to know if you have a particular question or context that you would like me to read on. Otherwise, I will just, like I said, it's the only time I don't necessarily need a question. So as long as it's not a legal or medical question, I can ask this particular deck. Jojo says, thank you. Question, will I be okay financially through medical stuff, hurt arm healing? Oh, bless you, my dear. I hope that gets better soon. Oh, this is like a serious question for a very absurd deck. But you were the winner, my dear. Let's definitely see how this goes. Will Jojo be okay financially through the medical stuff that he's got going on? Let's take a look at that, my dear. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, awesome. And I my dear, I think you will be. And I hope that your healing goes well on a side note. But the first card down, it's not the first time we've had this card on the show. This is the Half Price Hot Wings card, which is very cool because very few of the cards in this deck actually relate to money or finances in any ways. And here we have Half Price Hot Wings. So to me, what I want to say initially is like, it looks like and if I would say, look at this as well. If there's any bills that you can cut down on while you're healing that you don't necessarily need, can you pause a gym membership? Can you pause your car insurance? Like if there's anything that you can do to cut your expenses while you're healing, it does look like this can be a time that you can get by with a little bit less than you particularly normally are. Then I have the pyramid-headed bird. Jojo says, nice. Yeah, right. The pyramid-headed bird. I mean, I don't like what we've got the little snake eating itself there and the pyramid-headed bird followed by, check this out, old man pouring water on an eyeball. He says, yeah, I've cut a few things just to be safe. Awesome. And I would say that, in recognition, well done. So here are the two cards I have. So one thing I like particularly about the old man pouring water on an eyeball is it looks like, he's got both arms functioning, healed, and he's getting back to it. And I don't see him, he's well clothed, he's comfortable. He's able to get back to doing the things he was wanting to do. So I'm not predicting recovery by any means, but this gentleman here seems to be, functioning really quite well. The pyramid-headed bird too is where I want to say either the money you have aside to get you through seems to be enough. I don't think you're going to need to dip into any additional savings or borrow money or go into anything like that. I think you've really thought this through and you're already doing things that are reducing your expenses to get you through this time. So, my dear, absurd deck. I hope it came through for you, and I do really wish you well. And congratulations again for winning here this reading here tonight. You can do it. I do see you getting through this one, and focus on your recovery and your rejuvenation, and give yourself the things you need. Maybe go grab some half-price hot wings. Oh my goodness, guys, this is just all the way too much fun. So Jojo says, LOL, awesome. I've been watching it hard. Thank you. You're very welcome, my dear, and well done. The half-price hot wings say you're doing an excellent job. Guys, we are almost ready to do the emoji game. Is it time for the emoji game? I think so. Folks in the back. Folks, we've got another donation. The donation for a 3-minute reading from the beautiful Audrey. Audrey, thank you so much for your donation. I just am overwhelmed with the love. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to read for you, my dear. So I feel like we'd really get along well if the day ever comes that our paths cross. Audrey says, will Cassandra have any actual contact/conversation with me during our 3 kids' graduation ceremony at the high school coming next month? And then the little pukey face, and then the little circly eyes face. Bless your heart, my dear. Let's take a look. So, Cassandra, do we see any? I'm gonna kind of split that up. Any contact, any actual, that FaceTime between the two of you, and then do we have any conversation there? Any contact between the two of you? Okay, and then do we see a conversation happening there. All right. Crap. Okay, where I say crap is just because she says, yes, I want to meet you, lol. Girl, I want to meet you too. So contact between the two of you. I have the Ace of Wands reversed, the 3 of Cups upright, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So it's like, I don't feel that the place you're going to is big enough for you two to not at least bump into each other, or yeah, I'm sorry. In terms of contact and like being around each other, there's not really a way to completely avoid her because she's there. I'm sorry. Do I see a conversation happening? Well, I have the Page of Swords upright. So to me, there is a comment made. There is some, but I don't, okay, I'm not seeing an actual full-on conversation. I'm not seeing you standing around, fake pleasantries, her being her, ways. I'm not seeing that going down, but I have 2 cards here that are suggesting some level of an in-passing conversation, a comment being made. I'm not seeing it bad though. I have the Empress card in reverse. It's kind of like neither of you think that that's the venue. Neither of you are looking to go there and make it about you guys. It's the day for your kids. Like, I really like this in terms of, the kids, everybody there celebrating. There's a common purpose, and it's a happy reason that we're together, despite the fact that we have no desire to be together or in the same room with one another. But yeah, I will say here with this Page of Swords, it does seem to me at some point you guys are standing around, something is said, whether it's a quick hello, a quick kiss my ass, don't say that, but like, it's a very brief interaction, brief comment, but it doesn't have any meat, any substance. I'm not picking up a jab that lands a blow. And I'm sorry, because I can see how uncomfortable it's going to make you for the fact that she even has to be there. Because that's not what that should be about, right? Like, you're celebrating a wonderful time for your kids graduating. She says, well, that's good. I mean, it is. At the end of the day, it's not too bad. I'm not seeing it. I'll say I'm not seeing the claws out. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Getting off relatively scot-free, but you have to be in her presence, so that's its own thing within itself. All right, guys, we are just cruising along here towards the end of the show. I think it's time to announce the winner of the emoji game. Who have we got? Beautifully connected with Tanya is our emoji winner tonight. Congratulations, Tanya. If you're here, my dear, guys, show Tanya some love. Congratulations. You have won the emoji game. You have sent, oh, there she is. She said, yay. You have sent the most emojis tonight. So thank you for your diligence and for your fast typing throughout the show. I'm going to pass it over to Journey for your reading.
Well, hello, tonight's winner, and congratulations for all those beautiful emojis. You have won a 3-card pull with me, Journey Ryan, and let's start off with Purity. Wow, what a beautiful card. Love the unicorn in this. Very, very strong energy here. Now, with Purity being in here, it is time for you to see, again, this is another one that's bringing in the magic, the purity, the energy that you bring forth. You are the one who is, if my friends want the truth, they come to me. They want that purity. They want that truth. They don't want to be lied to. They don't want to be fooled. They need you. You're that one person that's going to provide that for them. It's time to see that within yourself. I know that you do it quite often, but you don't think about doing it. You just do it naturally. And that's what the unicorn is, that purity. They do it naturally. They don't go out of their way to do it. It just happens. That's who they are. That's the creature they are. That's the creature you are. Is providing that purity, that understanding. By doing so, prosperity. So, keeping out that purity brings forth prosperity. They go hand in hand. And we're going to do this PvP thing. Let's see if we get you another third P here. But the energy that I see that is bringing that prosperity is if you are actually taking into consideration what you're bringing forth. That purity that you bring forward is bringing the prosperity for you. Now, I feel as though that this is much deserved, but you need to recognize it. If you don't recognize it, you're not going to find yourself with that prosperity. So recognize it. With that, you find success. So not only are you bringing pure energy, you got the prosperity, now you're going to find success on all that you do, because that's what you bring to the table. Right now is a magic touch for you at this time. So I would use that wisely, because those magic touches come and go. They don't stick around forever. So allow yourself to recognize, accept, put it forward. It's going to help you out so much, and it's much needed. So recognize it. It's all in you. Congratulations. And I'm going to hand you back over to the host.
Oh, that was so lovely. Oh, that was so beautiful. Tanya saying she will definitely try. Yes, she loves it. Congratulations, Tanya, again. And thank you for all of your emojis. She says, I have to definitely work on that. And thank you, Journey. He says, you're very welcome. I heard that through him. And over to you, my dear. So yeah, congratulations again. We love that game. I cannot believe how fast this hour is cruising. It's cruising. It's just absolutely going by. I haven't even got a chance to use. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be a fun deck. I have one more deck here I want to pull out for my very last question of the night. Go ahead and take one more question. Hi, Mahesh. Mahesh says, hey, Cassidy. Hello. Mahesh says, what's going on in that Muslim girl's mind about me? All right, my dear Mahesh. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. What's going on in that girl's mind about Mahesh? Let's take a look. How is she feeling? What's going on in her head? Okay. Well, there is a level of attraction here on a physically romantic type of a level I'm definitely seeing. I would say, yeah, I think that she is quite physically attracted to you. You have a presence. I don't know if you've talked very much, though, because it seems to me like she's sort of making up her own mind and her own narrative about who she thinks that you are in a good way. But it's like she's got to feed herself kind of that information, because you two don't have. Are you talking? Are you talking very much? I feel like you're not talking. I don't know if you talk very much at all. So I've got the Devil in reverse, and this is the Friends deck. We've got Joey here, just being all seductive, and then I have the Star here as well with Monica. And then I've got the Five of Wands, just to show the cards here, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So to me, it almost kind of looks as well where what's going on in her mind. He says not talking. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like she's thinking about you really quite fondly. With this card, it's like she thinks about you. She's attracted to you, and she's interested. Here's how things get interesting with this Five of Wands. It's like there's two teams. There's the team that she is on and the team you are on, and it's not a rivalry or anything, particularly challenging between the two of you, but it's almost like, does that make sense? Either her family and your family, or there's some line that has to be crossed before the two of you can engage in anything further. Even just a conversation more. But thank you so much, my dear. I do wish you well and good luck with that connection. It's quite sweet. But thank you again, Mahesh, and I appreciate your support of being here and your question. Guys, we have reached the end of the show. I cannot believe. He says, it makes sense. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank you for that. Thank you. You are very welcome. Yeah, we have reached the end of the show, guys. This hour, as I said at the beginning, cruises by at the speed of light. How many decks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only used, 6, 7. Okay, I used 7 of the decks on my deck today. Mahesh says it was amazing. Yeah, I mean, so we've used a good chunk of the decks, but I feel like maybe I need to do a little bit more of a revolving table here of decks. But you know, I use the ones I'm drawn to as I'm drawn to them. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you so much for your support, for being here. An extra special thank you to everyone who donated. It really helps us, and it makes me just the happiest little card slinger. So do make sure you guys are tuning in next night, tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So that is however many hours from now. You can go ahead and check out Journey and Friends show at 8 o'clock. It's an absolute blast. You never know who's going to be there. So definitely check out the incredible crew. Hang out with them on your Friday night and come back next week for the full lineup of readers. So I will sign off, guys. This is Cassidy, the Cardslinger. Sending everyone much love. And as we head into the weekend, hope everyone's doing well. Do something for yourself. Do something nice this weekend. And I don't know, have a good time. Until next time, guys, we will catch you next week. Bye-bye.